Welcome to Starbets. I'm Paul Lennon, and this week we're speaking to Stephen Bradley of St. Patrick's Athletic. You're very welcome to Starbets, and you're talking to us at a great time for St. Patrick's Athletic. You're second in the league, just 3 points behind Shamrock Rovers, are really in contention to get honours this year.
Yeah, I think if we stay within touching distance of them, come the last quarter, if we're within 5 or 6 points of them come the last quarter, we have every chance, because as you seen last year when I was at Rovers, a lot can happen in the last quarter,
And since you've moved to St. Pat's during the close season, a lot of players arrived at the same time. So the manager Pete Mahon, John Gill, and Aaron Callahan really had to rebuild a completely new team. Is that the reason why it took a little while for the first team to gel?
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head. I think when we went in, I think our first pre-season game, not one player had played together, so we knew it was going to take time. Like you said, John and Aaron have worked hard. It was on the training pitch, and I think it's starting to click, and we're starting to get where we want to be.
At the start of the season, Pete said that he wanted to change the style, not radically, but a little bit. That he probably wanted to play the ball a bit through midfield a little bit more at the club. And that suits you, obviously, because you're like a player that gets in the ball, makes a bit of space, and uses it. So was that one of the reasons why you moved there?
Yeah, it was. When I spoke to Pete, I spoke to a few managers in the off season, but when I spoke to Pete, he said that to me, that he wanted to, like you said, not overhaul the team, but they wanted to change the way they were playing. They wanted to still work hard and get about teams, but when they had the ball, they wanted to get it down and play, and I think the way Pete came across was excellent, and there was only really one team I was going to go to after that.
Yeah, and you're playing beside Dave Mulcahy. He's an incredible player. Probably a player that doesn't get as much recognition at times as he should have, but he played at centre half to United. He can play wide, he can play probably full back, he can play anywhere. He's some player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's excellent. Like you said, I don't think people realise the work Davey does. He's box to box, he wins tackles, he can play as well. People don't see that side of his game, but I know from playing against him, even the runs he makes into the box are second to none. So playing with him, it's a bonus this year.
And up front, Andy Norton and Darrell Cavan have really hit a rich vein of form now, and they're keeping out other very good players like Ian Daly's coming off the bench. So every part of the pitch seems to go on, and consider as well that Conor Kennan has been out injured for a while as well.
Yeah, I think Conor's been a big miss, but to be fair to the two lads, Evan McMillan and Brian Shortall, they've been excellent. I don't think we've conceded many goals in the last maybe 10 or 11 games. And as going forward, Danny Norton and Darrell have been excellent. I think at the start no one knew Darrell's best position, and was on the right, was up front, and then I think they played him up front against Derry away in the Brandywell, and he tore Derry apart. So since then he's been on fire, and Danny put Danny in front of the goal, and he finishes like Gary Twigg in that sense.
You won a league medal at Drogheda United, and you also won a league medal at Shamrock Rovers last year. Do you think it's possible you could add a third medal now with Pats, if not this year, in the next year or two?
Yeah, I think realistically we should be looking to build for maybe next year or the year after, but like I said, if we're up there come the last quarter and we're within touching distance of the leaders, why not go and try and win it? We're not here to finish third or fourth, we're here to try and win something. And although Rovers have the best squad in the league, if we're within touching distance come the last quarter, we'll definitely have a chance.
Pete was saying after the victory in Dundalk on Monday night that he feels you're probably fittest since you've returned to Irish football. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's why a lot of people have said I'm playing my best football this year, and I think it's fair to say it's because of my fitness. I've worked hard in pre-season in the gym, and then when I came back, I worked really hard with John and Pete in terms of cardio. So it's definitely benefiting my game.
Have you had to work on your diet, or is it just extra work in training? What's the key difference between this year and last year?
Both. I think a lot as well as, like I said, in the off season I did the gym 3 or 4 times a week with a personal trainer, and then when I came back, I did a lot of cardio, and I looked at my diet, and as well I'm playing games. I'm playing regularly, week in, week out, and you can run all you want on the training pitch, but if you're not playing games, you don't get fit. So that's helped me a lot.
And what did it mean to you to get the skipper's armband down the last while?
Yeah, it came as a shock, because I think a lot of people thought that was one of the reasons I signed. Me and Pete had a chat, but that wasn't the case. Pete just pulled me before one of the games and said, look, I want you to skipper the team. It's a big honour, considering the people who've skippered Pats before. So I'm really enjoying the responsibility of skipping the team, and I think it's helping me game.
Just the European draws are on Monday night. It's exciting for St.Pats to play in the first qualifying round at the end of the month. It's going to be tight to get organised, but playing in Europe means a lot to League of Ireland players. You've had good memories with Drogheda. What's your ambitions now with Pats this year?
Well, look, we just have to wait and see what draw we get. But like you've said, to play in Europe, you come up against some really top players and some really good teams who like to play football. So you really have to be physically able, but also you have to be mentally switched on for every minute, because they'll punish you if you're not, So it's going to be a big test for us, but it's something that we have a young squad and they're really looking forward to challenging themselves.
And Rovers last year, of course, you beat the Israeli team, which was an Irish team. Getting the away goal was fantastic, and then Rovers did very well against Juventus.
Yeah, I think at home we didn't do too well against the Israeli team. We gave them too much respect, but when we went over there, I think they thought they just had to show up, and it wasn't the case, because we were ready for them, and I thought we were excellent on the night, and there was some great performance like that night. Dan Murray was unbelievable that night. Big Alan in goal was brilliant, and then Tommy popped up with the goal for us, and then when we went to Juventus, we had nothing to lose. Everyone thought we'd come out with 5-6 getting beaten, but before the game, we all just said to each other, look, we have nothing to lose here, go out and express ourselves. And I think we did the league proud, the way we played, and it was just a fluke goal in the end that beat us.
Yeah, it's true. Good fluke goal. Going back to when you played schoolboy football, you played with Jobstown, there's Maryland boys, and then from Lord Celtic you went to Arsenal, and you went to the famous Arsenal Academy with Liam Brady and overseen by Arsene Wenger. You were there at the same time as one very famous footballer, Cesc Fabregas. Give us your memories of him and what he did when he arrived at the club.
I was there maybe a year or two and they brought Cesc in, and I remember my first day training, he came out and we'd been told about this lad who got player of the tournament and top scorer for Spain under 16s, and he was playing older, so we were expecting a lot. And when he came out, we were stretching, and I says to him, why did you leave Barcelona to come here? And he says, I just came to play football. And I said, we had played Spain the year before for Brian Kerr's team in a playoff, and they had beaten us, and Iniesta had played. And I said to him, Iniesta was unbelievable. And he said to me, that's the reason I've left Barcelona, to play football. He says, I would never play it with Iniesta in Barcelona. And I was thinking, gee, he mustn't be as good as everyone's saying he is. And then I seen him playing, and he was unbelievable. He was.
So from day one, you could see that he was something special.
He was scary from day one. His awareness. People say you have to be one step ahead to be at the top. He was 2, 3, 4 steps ahead. He was excellent.
Yeah. What you were at Arsenal for a few years. What did that do for your game? How much did it bring it on?
In ways, it helped. I suppose they made me express myself on the ball. I became more aware of my teammates, because when I was playing schoolboy, I think a lot was individual. You were playing for a team, and a lot was what I could do to get away and stuff. I think when I went away, Arsenal put me into a very good team with some good players. And it helped me express myself in terms of playing for the team and playing exactly playing with the team, not as yourself.
And even though you didn't play for the first team, you'd still always look back upon those years as crucial to the development of your game.
Yeah, definitely, because I've met some people that I still keep in contact with and still help me along the way. So in terms of that, and it's been excellent. The likes of Liam, if I ever have any problems, football wise or coaching wise, I ring Liam and ask for advice, and he's just a phone call away. So in terms of that, it's been excellent. And in terms of football, it's helped me get a great education. I've come away with, I've seen things that people will never see, on a training ground. I played and a lot of friendlies with the first team that I've played with players like Dennis Bergkamp and Patrick Vieira, who pull you to the side and have a chat with you. And, some players will never get that opportunity, so it's helped me immensely.
So to play with those fellas, to play with Bergkamp, a legend, Vieira, another Arsenal legend, that must have been, was it anyway intimidating the first or second time, or did you?
It was intimidating. I think that's what separates the really top players like Cesc. He was able to go in and just say, I belong here, from day one. Whereas when we were coming up to play for the seniors, even for the first 3-4 sessions, you were sort of looking around saying, do I belong here? And you were doing things that didn't come natural to you. But then once you settled in it was easy to play with them players because you just had to give them the ball, like, and they do the rest, like, you know. But no, it was brilliant, like, and to have people like Patrick Vieira and Ashley Cole and Beercamp like pull you to the side and speak to you about your game, like, was brilliant. Like.
Brilliant. Apart from Fabregas, one other player from that era at Arsenal who stands out for you that you thought was really special?
At that age, I had to be David Bentley. David was excellent technically. I think everyone at Arsenal thought that he would be the superstar at Arsenal, like, you know. But I don't think David wanted to wait around at Arsenal, and he decided to move on. And I think it worked for him until he got his move to Tottenham, like, you know. I don't know what happened there, but David was excellent when we were younger. Like.
You're a good age now. You're not 27 till later in the year. Most outfield players come into their prime, 26, 27, 28. Do you think now you're just hitting that period of your career?
Yeah, definitely. I feel physically a lot better than what I did when I first came into the league. When I went to Drought, I didn't know what the league was about, and now I feel like I can play in games easily. Like, you know, I think I'm playing my best football, and yeah, I think it's definitely my best years.
Stephen, thanks very much.
No problem.